Plentywaka, an Uber for buses startup in Nigeria, has announced a new investment from Techstars as it sets its sight on global expansion after a successful 1 year of moving over 300,000 riders in Nigeria. The startup will also join 9 other startups in the Techstars Toronto Accelerator Program class of 2021. Plentywaka focuses on providing comfort and convenience to daily commuters using technology. And Onyeka Akuma, co-founder and CEO of Plentywaka, will tell us more about this initiative as he joins us now. Hello, great to have you on the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell us about Plentywaka and what has the journey been like since Plentywaka started in September 2019?
We've been having quite a ride where it's been a lot of excitement in the team. We launched in September 2019 to connect people from bus stops to bus stops within the city of Lagos. And very quickly, it grew from moving just 6 people in a day to moving about 1,500 people daily. Basically, what you have is a mobile app that is similar to what our riders call it as Uber for buses, where people are able to now order for a bus and it picks them at their bus stop. They're able to secure their seat on that bus and it takes them from that bus stop to the next. We got up to 100,000 riders within a period of 6 months using the Plentywaka solution. And we've seen a lot of growth. I mean, COVID came, it slowed down our operations slightly. But as soon as we started seeing an ease of the lockdown and people started moving across the city of Lagos, we started getting a lot more traction in our business. And over the last 1 year and 6 months, Plentywaka has moved about 300,000 people across cities in Lagos, Abuja, where we've expanded to, and also a touch in Delta State. So it's been quite a ride, quite excited about using technology to move people from city to city, giving them convenience, giving them security, and making them have predictable movement across places, mega cities like Lagos.
So just before we talk about you getting accepted into Techstars, tell us how really it works. So an interested person downloads your app, and which bus stops, or is it just any bus stop? Do you have specific places? Just take us through that.
Okay, so what happens is this. Right now, what we've done is we started out with an in-city service that allowed you to say, if I'm going from, say, in Lagos, Ajah to CMS, I go on the app and I say I'm going from Ajah to CMS. It then shows you maybe 5 buses that are before the Ajah bus stop that are heading towards your route. And you're able to pick any of the buses that is closest to you, depending on your time that you want to get on the bus. Now, what happens is the bus gets to the bus stop where you've selected that you want to hop on it, and then quickly it stops there and waits for you to come in. You scan your using your mobile app. You would have maybe paid payment using the wallet. So you scan at the point of entry and you get into the bus. Your seat is waiting for you. You're welcomed in. You sit down and it takes you from Ajah all the way to CMS safely. And so when you get to CMS, you just scan and you come off the bus and your trip is completed. Now that got investors excited. And so last year, September, we got 3 investors investing in Plentywaka, Emphato, Microtraction, and Niche Capital. But going on from there, we then got to a place where Techstars, which is maybe the largest global accelerator program, tech accelerator program in the world, decided to also invest in Plentywaka, and beyond investing in the platform, allowed us to give us the opportunity to join the Techstars Toronto program, where it will see us expand our technology beyond the shores of Nigeria. So I'm very excited that Plentywaka, in fact, the name Plentywaka will be in Canada soon, where people will be able to also book for buses from city to city or from bus stop to bus stop. Very quickly also, what we did was last week, we noticed that there was an opportunity to also connect people from cities to cities. And so we found ourselves in a place where we could also launch city to city service, getting people from Lagos to Delta, getting people from Delta to Port Harcourt, getting people from, across 16 different cities in Nigeria. And so those were the things that excited Techstars about us. And it's having many of the founders, about 3 other founders, Johnny Enna, Afolabi Oluseyi, and John Shaibu. They will be going into the Techstars Toronto program to help us launch in Canada and see other African countries that we can also replicate our model in.
Okay, it'll be quite interesting seeing Plentywaka outside of Nigeria. By the way, you just launched the interstate service. How does that work?
So the interstate service, the way it works is Plentywaka is now becoming the largest bus aggregator in Nigeria. And what that means is that the likes of Libra Motors, who we just announced today that we've signed up on Plentywaka, Libra Motors is bringing on board over 300 vehicles on Plentywaka to move people across several cities. What happens is that you would find on the Plentywaka app that you're able to now select that I want to go from Lagos to Aba. I want to go from Aba to Umuahia. I want to go from Umuahia to Owerri. I go on the Plentywaka app and I select my destination, my pickup point and my destination. I also select my date of travel, and then I select how many people will be taking the trip. Once I start my Waka on the Plentywaka app, it shows me several operators, Libra Motors, many of them were looking to bring on board the likes of GUO, Chisco, Peace Mass Transit, and major bus operators across the country. It shows you the different options for you to pick pick any of the transport operators you want to use to travel across the country. And so what that does for people is it gives them options now. And then also you can pick your seat, which is very exciting for most people. So you're able to pick your seat on the bus app and then select your seat and pay for it. Now, when you get to the park, as against struggling with people, trying to find out whether there's this bus available or not, trying to find out whether there's a seat because what our app allows you to do, it maps out the seats in the buses, so you can pick your preferred seating position on the bus. It allows you to do all of that. So when you get to the park, you just show your barcode that your ticket has been paid for, this is your seat, and this is the bus type. And then you get on the bus and you move across cities in Nigeria. So we're very excited about this. Right now, we're signing up a lot of bus operators. We currently have a pool of about 6 different bus operators on the platform, but Libra being one of the biggest, which we're announcing today. And then we're bringing on GEO very soon, and we're bringing on Chisco. We're bringing on major operators. We want to have a fleet of about 2,000 buses before the end of the year, getting people across cities in Nigeria. So basically, that is what that interstate service provides for people. And we're very excited about this. What we've also done is, in order to launch that, on Monday, March 29th, because Easter is coming, we've decided to give people a huge discount on several routes, whether you're going from Lagos to Benin, you're going from Lagos to Aba, you're going from Lagos to Umuahia, you get tickets as low as 3,000 naira. You can't match that anywhere else. And this is something we're doing on Monday, March 29th, to get people to understand that now you can get convenience, predictability on your bus movement on Plentywaka, which is building the largest bus network in the country.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, you're partnering people who are supposed to be like your competition. So what will make you different? What makes you different? What makes Plentywaka different from, these other guys? Because some of these guys do what you are doing. So why should I come to Plentywaka?
The thing is that we are not competitors with any of them. And that is why they're signing up on our platform. We are aggregators. So take, for instance, in the airline industry, you're able to get your flight on 1 or 2 airlines, but you can go on a particular website and see several airlines that gives you options to compare pricing. It gives you options to the consumer to compare pricing and get good discounts on different airlines in one place. So what Plentywaka is an aggregator. We don't operate our own buses. We're helping these guys to get more customers in their buses. We're getting them technology to sell their tickets a lot more efficiently. We're getting them inventory management for those of them that don't have a platform to do this. We're getting them scalability. We're getting them branding. So these things are what these bus operators are excited about in connecting with Plentywaka to get the technology and all of this service available for them and their customers. At the end of the day, it's a win-win scenario for both the bus operator and Plentywaka as an aggregator.
What are your plans for Africa as a whole?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, right now we're talking to a couple of people across the continent. We currently have some very strong conversations that are happening right now with the government of Gambia. We have conversations that are going on concerning Ghana. We're looking at very strong stakeholders, because when you're playing in the public transportation sector, you want to have regulators on your side, you want to have the government on your side, you want to have customers on your side. It's not just about getting buses on the road. And so we're having conversations across the continent, but we want to make sure that first at home in Nigeria, where Plentywaka originated from, we're covering all cities in Nigeria. And once we're able to take care of that within the Q4 of this year, we then start implementing all of those plans into other African countries. Launching in Canada and getting us to launch in the city of Canada is something that is exciting, but we also want to do the same across Africa. So yes, maybe by the end of this year into 2022, you start hearing about Plentywaka in other African markets, maybe starting out from Ghana, neighboring countries, the Gambia, and many other places where they have buses. Maybe they don't have technology, they want more customers, and they want technology. Plentywaka will be there to serve them.
All right, so Plentywaka lays a lot of emphasis on customer service, excellence, safety, convenience. How do you achieve this and make your services stand out?
It's constant engagement with our customers. We take feedback from our customers very seriously. And so when people call into our customer centers to lay a complaint, we make sure we act on it very quickly. We have zero tolerance for any form of misbehavior from whether it's our we call our drivers pilots. And so when our pilots are driving across the cities, if there's a complaint that is lodged against them, because the numbers of the buses are visible enough for people to see, once we get those complaints, they understand the level of discipline that will enact where we're managing our pilots to make sure they behave accordingly, providing the kind of service that will represent us in Plentywaka across board. And so we pay attention to customer feedback. We pay attention to what people say about us on social media. We pay attention to what the press says about us to make sure that continuously we have a brand that people can turn to and say, if all else fails, quality will stand with Plentywaka and in how it engages its customers. We do this also with a team within Plentywaka. We currently have a team of 30 that is building technology, that is building customers. We build our technology in-house. And so it allows us to be flexible to deal with customers' feedback in order to improve the system over time. We deal a lot with customer engagement. They have our phone lines. They have several ways to send feedback on the mobile app. And they have ways of rating our drivers as well, our pilots as well, that are working with them. Now that we're looking to aggregate other operators, quality customer service is one of the things we're paying attention to as we sign the different operators we're bringing on Plentywaka so that we can maintain the standard across board, irrespective of the bus operator working with us.
All right, Mr. Akuma, what's your outlook for the sector for 2021?
For 2021, I think transportation, so with what happened in 2020 with the pandemic, transportation generally was slowed down. I think we had it come as low as 15% compared to what happened in 2019. Gradually, as markets open, as banks open, as schools start to open, as the economy starts to open, as people become a lot more comfortable with getting the COVID-19 vaccine and then get more comfortable with coming out again with face masks and then doing their day-to-day business, gradually we will see a growth back to roughly about 40-45% by Q4, and maybe by 2022, 2023, basically by 2023, we will get back to where we were in 2019. But in 2021, I predict that the market will open up again by about 45%, seeing some growth across travel generally, not just in transportation, but generally across.
All right, Mr. Akuma, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Mr. Onyeka Akuma is the CEO and co-founder of Plentywaka. Thank you so much.